Kia ora. Well, very windy night last night, especially across those northern parts of the country. Thanks to this feature you can see out towards the west of the country, Cyclone Tam. Now, as that sits out towards the west of us, that cloud wraps around there, and we have this strong northeasterly feed of air running across Northland and Auckland. As we go through the rest of the day for Thursday, we're going to keep hold of those strong wind warnings there through towards the end of the day. But we'll also be bringing in periods of rain in towards places like the Coromandel or the Bay of Plenty, also towards those northern parts of the Tasman region as well, those northwestern regions there. These northerly winds stick with us through in towards Friday and even through towards Saturday, meaning these regions through here and also up across the far eastern side of the Bay of Plenty and out in towards the top of Tairāwhiti, keep hold of that wet weather through towards Saturday. So although we'll find a slightly improving story out towards the west, still some fairly hefty bursts of rain and perhaps some thunderstorms to watch out for. The strongest winds that should be as we head through the rest of the day today. So we have still got those strong wind warnings and watches in place across parts of Northland, Auckland, and also through Waikato, Waitomo, down towards Tairāwhiti, and even as we go through towards the end of the day towards parts of, say, Bulla as well, with those winds picking up through there. Also, we'll keep hold of those heavy rain warnings across those northern parts of the Northland, and also this one down through the likes of northwestern Tasman, north and west of Motueka as we head through Friday. And we are going to find more of that wet weather sticking through, even through in towards Saturday. Let's start off though with those strong winds. Gusts around about 120 kilometres an hour observed around the coastal parts of Northland and out towards some of those exposed areas offshore around the Auckland region as well. A very windy night last night. Many spots seeing gusts in excess of 100 kilometres an hour. We'll keep hold of those strong winds through to around about 8 p.m. up through these northern parts of Northland, and also through to about midnight or so for Auckland. So another fairly windy afternoon in store. Also watches through the Coromandel and down towards the likes of Waikato, again through to about midnight tonight, Thursday into Friday. As we go through the day, we'll also be keeping hold of some wet weather, particularly in those areas up through Northland. We'll find that wet weather remains with us. Those northerly winds will also feed that rain in towards the Coromandel. Some of the wettest spots through here, 150 to 250 millimetres of rainfall, not out of the question through parts of the Coromandel, with that heavy rain warning there lasting through till 3 p.m. on Friday. We'll also keep hold of the heavy rain watch through Auckland, the main risk areas up towards those areas north of the Harbour Bridge, but also down towards some of the ranges in the south, Horonua range, catching some of that wet weather as we head through the daytime. And there will be some thunderstorms around this afternoon, acting to just intensify some of that rain as well. Keep an eye on the radar charts as we head through the afternoon. Heading southwards, we'll keep hold of those strong wind watches through the rest of Thursday, through Waikato, Waitomo, Taramanui, across towards Tairāwhiti and those western parts of Taranaki. Those watches staying through till perhaps even the early hours of Friday morning before things start to ease off there. We've also got a heavy rain watch for the Tongariro National Park, and also those heavy rain warnings up north for the likes of those western parts of the Bay of Plenty. They kick in from about midday today on Thursday, continue then right the way through towards the end of the day on Friday. And like I was saying, that wet weather in the eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty and up towards Tairāwhiti lasts through towards at least Saturday, perhaps even through towards Sunday as well. Well worth keeping an eye on the forecast there. The heavy rain warning lasting up until at least midday on Saturday. We'll also find another wet spot down in the top of the South Island, those areas north and west of Motueka. The wind feeding that wet weather in from the end of the day today and lasting right the way through till midnight on Saturday. It's midnight Saturday into the early hours of Sunday. That rainfall sticking with us. So I think we are going to find a pretty wet looking story through there, with that rain slow to clear away, accompanied by those northerly winds with that big area of low pressure sitting off the western coast. Now, as we've seen, those strong winds that can cause things like trees to be damaged, power lines out as well. Do take extra care on the roads as well, especially in high-sided vehicles. Drive to the conditions, keep up to date with the forecast, and you can find all the information over at MetService.com.